Managing Director and CEO of Tech Mahindra, has joined us on the phone line. Good morning, Mr. Gurnani. I don't know. I know you're not in India, so for whatever part of the world you are, a good day to you. Why this purchase? It's created a lot of unease among the investor community that you participate in something which is not directly of benefit to Tech Mahindra.
Good morning, Lata. Good morning. And I would like to say that Tech Mahindra is a trailblazer. Tech Mahindra is trying to bring in a focus, which I think all the users around the world have already defined it, that design, styling, and customer engineering or customer experience goes hand in hand with engineering. You know, or all the that for Tech Mahindra, engineering is a very strong practice. We have about 11,000 engineers working around the globe on mechanical engineering, on electrical and electronics. I think this capability of styling adds to not only our capabilities, but also to be able to provide end-to-end capabilities to our customers. The only reason probably we need to explain it a little more is because up till now, Pininfarina, lesser known part of their business is the non-automobile business.
Oh.
They not only do styling and design engineering for automobiles and all the leading brands, but they also provide design architecture services to a lot of other industrial appliances and to various other businesses. So it's primarily a design house, and I think what we have done is integrate design and engineering.
Mr. Gurnani, morning. This is Sonia here. I take your point that this will help expand your engineering capabilities quite a bit. Then why did you go in for just a 60% share for Tech Mahindra particularly? Why not a 100% share?
I think it is just because of the historical reasons, and number two is that the domain expertise. So three parts to it. Number one is the original conversation had started by Mahindra Engineering Services. Mahindra Engineering Services was then part of Mahindra's. So there was a fair amount of momentum and velocity for Mahindra Engineering Services, and Tech Mahindra acquired Mahindra Engineering Services.
Okay.
Number two was that I think from a Mahindra and Mahindra were keen from an investment perspective, and they wanted to invest in Pininfarina. And frankly, to us, it was not a real big debate because to some extent it only helped because they brought in a certain level of domain expertise.
Okay.
No, because the problem, I think, Mr. Gurnani, is that, there was a lot of expectations that your margins would recover to some of your peers' levels in the quarters to come. But now by acquiring a loss-making company like Pininfarina, your blended margins may perhaps get impacted some more. So can you just quantify for us what exactly the impact would be on blended margins going ahead?
I mean, one is this acquisition. By the time it is financially closed, we are now talking of approximately April, May of 2016. So number one, I do believe that Tech Mahindra, whatever operating levers and whatever recovery plans we have, we would have progressed reasonably well. Number two is that fundamentally it is a great asset. And I don't see the turnaround to be a big activity here. I mean, it will be, it's a less than $100 million asset in terms of revenue. And I think my personal belief is with the kind of a customer positive response I'm getting, that bringing it into, clearly making it EPS accretive, bringing the EBITDA, making it better would be a very short journey.
Okay, actually, the other question I had, Mr. Gurnani, aren't you walking in many directions? You have got a payment bank license. that would require a significant amount of money and technology investments. Why not an acquisition that will get you closer to fruition of that business? This seems to be opening a new line of business. Or are you planning any acquisitions that we should know of in the payment bank space?
So, Lata, for payment bank, you know that we already have the technology. We have been serving customers around the globe with our mobile wallet and with our payment bank and digital bank technology. All we are doing is that moving in the direction of brick and click, and which will be a separate subsidiary. Today, we strongly believe that if we do not do a brick and click, and it is part of our strategy, we are not participating fully in the digital transformation. My aim is to convert Tech Mahindra from an IT company to a DT company, which is information technology to a digital technology company. And I do need to not only participate in by doing things for others, but I strongly believe is that by this relatively smaller investment, we are not only proving to the world that we can provide technology, but we can also help in running the operations.
Okay.
So it is all form of a well thought out design. And personally, I don't think we are getting distracted. I think what we are doing is we are creating a company for the future.
Okay, so can you just leave us with one number, Mr. Gurnani? We've got a lot of qualitative views from your end, but you did mention that the margin recovery for the business would progress well by the end of this deal. What do you mean by progress well? From the 12-13% levels currently, how much can we expect the margins to go, to grow to?
I mean, I don't want to be presumptive at this stage. I mean, and at the time of the closing, I promise you that I will share every piece of the detail. But overall, my level of confidence on improving this asset and being able to get the synergy benefits out of this asset is reasonably high.
All right. We'll leave it at that, Mr. Gurnani. Kind of you to come and speak with us and clarify some investor doubts on this deal. Well, that's Tech Mahindra. To be fair, the markets have overcome yesterday's worries and are have moved into the green as far as Tech Mahindra is concerned. But nevertheless, Prakash, did you take a look at the charts recently on Tech Mahindra? Any views?
Well, from a longer term perspective, it doesn't really worry me. Short term, there could be some kind of blips, maybe down move could be there, but I think there's strong support in the vicinity of 515, 520 zones. As far as today is concerned, it could go up from here, can climb to levels closer to maybe around 537 to 538 zone. There's a good possibility in a day or two. Have a tight stop somewhere below the levels of 523 on Tech Mahindra. Trade long, money can be made trading.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We'll take a break on that note.